Here's famed archaeologist Ann Darrow and
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that.
and resourceful Jack Driscoll. Together, the adventurers set foot on the notorious Terror Island, hidden
Cool.
deep within the uncharted
Alright,
waters of the South
I'm gonna get my
Pacific.
chat up
The
over on my
island has
phone,
a
hopefully.
reputation, and not for its hospitality.
No, not for its hospitality at all.
Myth of Terror Island, brought to you by Stern Pinball.
Welcome to whoever joined. Sorry for the late. Hey, Brooklyn Pen. Sorry for being late. I apologize. How's the game audio? Is that good? Everything else looks good on the stream. Going to play some Kong. So, can someone clue me in on who won the Pinball World Championships? Because I had to leave for a tournament today, and I didn't get a chance to watch it all. I'm sure Brooklyn Pen knows. Nope. There we go. Love that call out. It's great. We're just going to focus on the climb arrows. Get some of those stacking up real nice. So we get our progress, so we get to our NYC event quicker. Or more quickly. How's the audio level? Is it good? Can you hear me? Can you hear the game audio? Game audio need to go up. Game audio need to go down.
Save Ann.
We're going to save Ann real quick while we wait for that answer. Oh, well, that was an interesting ricochet. Ooh, that was close. Alright, we'll take that. And we'll hit the gong.
Kong letter collected.
Alright, so I gotta... I'm gonna stop avoiding the concave shots, because I feel like I was doing that too much and it makes it a much harder shot for me later. But hopefully everyone enjoyed the Pinball World Championships, and I think they were in Austria this year. Hopefully some people watched that. Ooh, that was bad. Ah, that was bad. Bad, bad, bad. Hopefully chat's working. I see your howdy, Brooklyn Pen, but I haven't seen anything since, so just do a quick refresh and make sure that we're good. Feels like it's been a minute since I streamed. Go here, go to Creator Dashboard, go to Stream. Okay, it looks like we still have... okay, so I got chat back up. Sorry, Brooklyn Pen. I watched parts of Worlds. I think the last game I watched was Jason Zoller playing Demo Man today. So I think it was... Vigo was up 2-1 at that point, and I'm not really sure who won that one, because I had to leave for a buddy that has pins at another location that I usually don't play at, had a tournament today, so I went out and supported that today, so that was fun. Hopefully chat's still working, but I'll keep an eye on it. It was nice to see, oh, Zoller, yeah, that's, well, shocker, spoiler alert, right? So chat seems to be working. I figured Zoller would win. He's just ridiculous. Slightly frustrating with his theatrics of showing up to the pen whenever he chooses to play his ball. But, I mean, whatever he needs to do to keep being Jason Zoller and absolutely destroy people. Well, 5-4 is not a destruction. That's a fairly good fight being put up against him, or a very good fight. Yeah, the matches can go forever when you're talking about the players of that caliber, right? We got a nudge. I finally found out the pitch that I'm playing at, because someone on my YouTube comments had asked about that, so I finally got around to taking the glass off to check that out. And I'm playing at like 9, not 9, that'd be ridiculous. So I got an encyclopedia under my back legs. No, but I'm playing at 6.95 degrees. So yeah, I wanted to watch the finals today, but I didn't have the opportunity because I was going to that tournament. It was a busy pinball week. I went to my normal tournament at Wednesday at the Maltese Brewing here in Fredericksburg. I ended up winning a tiebreaker, or winning it on a tiebreaker on Pinbots. Because it was max match play, so it was just 10 rounds of pinball, which typically I like. Everyone kind of likes it, right? Because everyone gets to play the same amount of pinball for the most part. Yeah. So with my setups, I kind of listen to the pin. Like if it's something older, like a Scared Stiff that wasn't meant to be super steep, I'll shorten it up because like there's legitimate repercussions to stuff like that. Like the ball starts flying off the ramp if you have it too steep because it's throwing off the geometry. And that's another thing that a buddy of mine mentioned to me one time that I never took into account, is that when part of the design process, they're designing these shots to play at a certain pitch, right? So at different pitches, it might not work the way it's intended. And there's like a lot of other ways to make games difficult other than, you know, setting up, just, you know, throwing some, what are those things called? The pin feed or whatever, that, you know, you can increase it even more. There's other things you can do. You can remove posts completely on out lanes, which I think would make a huge difference with ability to save, because if you don't have anything to bounce it off of, a lot of those saves are not going to happen. But yeah, Wednesday, won a tournament. That was fun. And then Thursday was the big tournament around here, which is hosted by Tim Owens at Reclaim Arcade. And there was 56 people at that tournament. He has it the last Thursday of every month, so if you're anywhere around the Fredericksburg area, you know, or find yourself here for work or something, and it happens to coincide with the last Thursday, definitely check that out. But that format was a top 10 to make it to the finals, and then what was it? Then it went to an Amazing Race format for the finals. So top 10 play. So whoever the 10th qualifier is, they start off the Amazing Race, and then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and so on. So it was the end of month tournament for Reclaim, but it was also coincided as the Kong launch party. So Amazing Race ended on Kong, I think. Yeah, we ended on Kong because that's the launch game. That's typically how those go. Hopefully my chat's working. I don't know. If you're saying anything and I'm not responding, I'll refresh it in a second. I'm like super nervous about that now. But anyways, it got to the point where I finally was driving on Amazing Race, meaning that I was the first person to play the last game, which was Kong, which is what we're playing now. So obviously I'm a little bit familiar with it. But I put up it wasn't all on stream because I was already playing, and they only have one streaming rig, so they were streaming the other game. So they only caught like my last ball, but I ended up putting like 350 million up, which turns out it was a very good thing, because the guy that was in second, Robert Peters, came up and put up like 197 on his third ball. So I got lucky, and I finally got a fun little stern plaque for a launch party. Never gotten one. And to do it at Reclaim was really cool because it's a little bit of a bigger tournament. It's not like anything crazy, but you know, it's cool to win it there. The local spot. Wish there was a better notification to let me know if my chat crapped out. Stupid Stegosaurus. No, don't you dare. But today, the tournament, I didn't even make finals. There's only like 12 of us there. It's just like a really small tournament. I think it was 12 of us, but it was fun. I don't know what that means, but I'm familiar with Outlaw Pinball. I was very familiar because I bought their shirts because they used to give away a chance to win a pinball machine. But I'm not as familiar with the people that run it, to be honest with you. Wish my ricochet. I need to call Stern about that because I'm feeling like some of these shots should have been a ricochet, and I'm just not getting credited for them. Maybe the timing's off on it, I don't know. But I would like to figure out what's going on. I wear extra large, so I'm 5'9", about 215 pounds, if that helps give you an idea. Alright, we got another climb ladder, got another climb. Yeah, but it was really nice on that launch tournament to actually get a chance to not choke. I didn't really have a single game in the Amazing Race, because usually in an Amazing Race format you get lucky one round where you have a score that's easily beatable, but someone bails you out and you're grateful for it. Alright, I'm in Pterodactyl attack, which once again, because of the layout of Kong, I just completely forgot that that was a thing that I was supposed to do. Was actually play the game. Let's try to hit that concave. There we go. Yep, no worries. But I think that's all. I'm gonna probably watch the finals. Hopefully they upload it. If not, I'll just go to JDL Pinball and check out the their replay of it, because I would like to see it. The skills, like the things that those guys do, are pretty insane. And we're out of that mode again. That's fine. We got pit lit. Not too concerned about that. I think that lit our lock. Yep. We have Deadeye over here, which we almost got. I tried to get it there. But yeah, just a little bit more about today's. It's at a different location. They only have a Bond Premium, which was the Bond Premium that was at the old other Maltese that I used to go to. And he just kind of rotates games in between the two locations. So I got to play the old Bond that I used to play all the time, which every chance I get to play Bond is a great time. It's a great game. But they have a Bond, they have a Pink Panther. That was my first time playing that in a while. And I hate that. They had a Legends of Valhalla. I hate that so much. What else do they have? They have a Stern Pirates of the Caribbean. At least we started to hit it at the end. Stern Pirates, what else? Bobby Orr Power Play, and a Stranger Things. And I think that is all of their pins. So it was a smaller tournament, but it was still fun to go out and support people I know and have a good time. I got knocked out on because I didn't do well on Stern Pirates. On Stern Pirates, I had a little I just had a horrible game. Oh crap! I didn't want to do that, but we'll take it. I didn't have a great game, but then of course I played a revenge game on it and put up, you know, not in a tournament, right? So it doesn't count, but I put up like 106 million on it. And I beat Davy Jones, I think. I know I made it to Davy Jones. I can't remember if I actually beat him though. I definitely gave him some trouble. There we go. Get an NYC event. Thank you to everyone for watching. We're going to do single ball for the first time and just see what our scoring looks like. And the risk with single ball is obviously there's one ball. If you drain, you are done. The 2x is probably my preferred option. Or not the 2x mode, which is the limited flips on both flipper. Because if you drain, it just takes 5 flips away. Doesn't kill you, which is pretty snazzy. Alright. And we'll take a look at the scoring, and then the next time we make it here, we'll do a different one and see what the scoring looks like. Obviously, there'll be some differences based on, you know, on this one I'm actually, you know, hitting stuff. So that helps. Ah, that was a bad nudge. What did we get? So 23.9. I mean, it's 3x, but we could definitely do better. We tried hard enough. There we go. Alright, so that was at least a reasonable game. What other updates? I personally picked up a Legends of Valhalla. Because they were selling the, I guess the LE version and the deluxe are the same, but I got the limited version for, I think it was like $54.95, which is, in my opinion, is a fine price for that. Alright, so we have Stegosaurus. Another thing that I want to try to do at some point, that was Magnet, not me. Yeah, I don't mind it. I set it up and I put like 100 million up on it on my first game, and I was like, uh-oh, I was like, I think I bought a baby pin. And I was a little bit nervous about it. But I was playing my buddy Mike's old Legends of Valhalla on location, and it was wrecking me. So I was like, okay, not a baby pin, just set up like a baby pin, just need to adjust some settings a little bit. So I have that. I spent the whole day yesterday cleaning up an Elvis. I probably won't stream that because it's someone else's pin, and I don't want to, you know, puncture their speaker wires for the Pinovators for the direct audio. So probably won't be streaming that one. Plus, unpopular opinion, I don't really like it. Not really a big fan of the Elvis game. It's fine. It's just not my type of game. Guardians is still here, against my wishes. I think I have that thing down to 4,500 without Insider Connect, and 4,650 if I add Insider Connected into it, which I feel is ridiculous that it's not moving at that price. So I may end up taking that ad down and just keeping Guardians until people put some respect back on the Guardians of the Galaxy. Plus, I might just take it down because it's been frustrating to deal with people lately when selling things. Alice Cooper's still here. I've gotten it situated, so now there's no issues with it. There was a couple of weird things going on with it. One was a simple thing. I had a bunch of ball search issues when I streamed it the first time. And what was happening with that was the balls had become magnetized. I didn't think of that as a possibility. I should have. But as soon as the spooky tech support mentioned it, I'm like, that makes so much sense. So I replaced the balls, and that fixed a lot of issues. I was still getting a stuck ball issue as it entered under the playfield somewhere, and I was trying to figure that out, and then I took a closer look and saw that there was a rubber that had snapped. So I replaced the rubber, fixed that issue, and so Alice Cooper is ready for a better stream next time. But I do like that game. I'm glad it's here. I have a Jaws. I was kind of torn between streaming this or Jaws. But Jaws Premium sold. It's just pending whenever the person wants to come pick it up or wants to get it delivered. We're still trying to figure that out. I imagine that Jaws 50th is coming soon, so that'll be fun. So at least we'll have some pinball news probably in the next week or two on that. New pinball news is always cool. I think I said it during my last stream. Let me check this real quick. Oh man, people are trying to just destroy me, and it's not nice. Well, that's fine. Don't worry about that. I think I'm gonna take the Guardians ad down. I think selling takes mental fortitude sometimes with all of the people pontificating on your posts that have no interest in buying your pin but have a problem with its play count, or the fact that you didn't play it enough, or the fact that you played it too much, or any other various thing that they can think to say on your ad where you're trying to sell an expensive piece of equipment that has nothing to do with them interested to buy or anything like that. So that kind of stuff can wear down on you, especially if you sell as much as I do. It just gets a little bit tiresome to deal with those type of people, because I have to remain, professional, because I don't want to act like they're acting. It's not to be on a pedestal or act like I'm better than them. It's not something that I would be caught dead doing. But there's that. I am looking to add another pin. I did not make it for Flippin' Out's first run of arcades, I guess, that are going out soon for Potter, so I apologize, but I tried to get it faster. I just I did not get in early enough, apparently. Not cool enough to get it quick enough to stream it. So I'll probably be a little bit behind everyone else that's streaming it. Or probably by the time I stream it, no one will be streaming it anyway. That's not bad, actually. I did the math wrong in my head. I might take that offer. But I'll respond after the stream, because I'm done. Sick of selling stuff. But how's everyone else doing? Is everyone else doing well? Hopefully everyone's having a good week, getting ready for the start of their work week. I'm not working, but I know that people typically do that on Monday. But I'm excited about Potter. I'm kind of toying with the idea of getting another Bond. Every time I play that game, I was like, I want to have it again. And I think I have enough room now that it can sit there, and I won't get antsy about it being there. We'll do Pterodactyl attack. Gotta hit the drop. And I just hit the biplane because I can. And now that we hit that drop, we need to go into the concave, which we will struggle mightily to try to do. I don't know that you can backhand that. I'm sure you can, but we're going to use the middle ramp to transition over, and then go into the concave. Now, on this mode, you have to hit the drop target again. Ah, crap, I missed it. And it's not just hit the drop target, it's hit the one that's flashing. So it's a roving drop up there, which I think we just got. Yeah, we did. So we're going to use this middle, we were going to use the middle ramp to transition over, but we failed at that. We're running out of time. Tried to take a shot at the concave there. Oh, that was rough. I'm going to refresh chat again, just in case someone's trying to talk. Sorry, I'm like overly paranoid about this today, so I apologize if it's annoying. Well, we're down to 2 viewers, so cool. People got sick of my rant, probably. But yeah, so it's been overall a good week. Doing all of the things. Don't have any more pinball to play until Wednesday. I've been trying to just do the local stuff lately. Man, I need to hit some shots. There we go. Alright. Got a climb arrow I would like to get. We've done Savan, we've done Stegosaurus. Let's do some Escape the Swamp. Alright, that should give us 15 seconds more on that mode. We're going to use the middle ramp as that middle shot. It's not the hardest shot in the world, but oh crap. It is a little bit more difficult than you would expect it to be sometimes. We got a sweeper combo. I don't think that combination of shots will ever get old.
The same hieroglyphics over and over. What do they mean?
There we go. Oh, that was late. That was very late. Alright, we got climb arrows. We have a new set of them since we finished them. So, try to make some quick work of those. I don't think we got... Oh, we did get the super sweep. Alright, there we go. Okay, we got that other climb... Oh, crap. I was looking at 2 different shots, so I ended up shooting in between them. That might not have been the best. Okay. The other thing that you watch when, like, if you're watching, like, the Pinball World Championships, is that those got people, like, everyone that's playing in there, their patience and trust that they're able to get the ball under control is insane. Alright, we have Octopus Insect, which is hitting these stand-ups. Which I've been trying to see if it works all the time, because sometimes it doesn't light, it doesn't feel like. When I was playing the Premium LE at Reclaim, I felt like this mode wasn't doing what it was supposed to. I didn't say anything, but I was just curious about what was actually going on with it. It was almost like that double drain is not what you want to do there. But it was almost like it wasn't, like when you hit the stand-ups, they weren't registering to light your shots. But people were getting 2x all night, so that obviously wasn't the case. Let's finish off our. We're on our first. We started a new game. We won't be finishing off anything. We'll be starting over. All right. We're navigating the playfield pretty well. We're just making some poor decisions that are being costly every time. So we'll do cross the chasm. And I'm going to still try to pick off these climb arrows as I can. We obviously want to play the mode. That's a thing. But we also want to advance our NYC progress. And that's really frustrating when you miss that over and over again. Alright, we got a spot biplane. We got 2 more ramps for biplane attack. You're not really going to hit that upper shot that we just hit with speed. So if your ball's coming with any kind of speed, just don't try to force that shot, because most likely you're just going to put the ball out of control. And it's going to be a problem. But if you can get into this little flow right here, feels pretty good.
Jack, the map goes like this.
Alright, so I think we completed that? Yeah, so we completed that mode. I wish they did a little bit better job in not only King Kong, but in Jaws. For the longest time when Jaws came out, I did not know how to know where I was in the mode, like progress-wise. And on this one, there's not that either. But at least on Jaws now, when you... That's trouble. At least on Jaws, when you have the shark fin pop up, that's your indicator to let you know your mode. You successfully completed the mode. But it's frustrating that while you're in the mode, you don't have anything like you have on Foo Fighters that explains to you, like, hey, you're like 2 shots away from winning. Because it would be nice to know how close I am to actually winning the mode. Okay, that was not the shot we thought it wanted. Got 2 balls locked. I moved my machines over like a foot each, and I had to re-level everything because they were off. Trying to start that multi-ball, but I missed. Baron guy. All right. Let's try to hit something. Go up the middle. Now we're going to try to go to that orbit. And we have multi-ball now. And we also got the Stegosaurus. So that's pretty legit. Legitness. Welcome to everyone else that joined. Again, thank you all to the followers. I finally got up to 120 followers, which is silly for my stream. But it is greatly appreciated. If you like the content and want to watch more and want to support me by following, that would be cool. Need 1 more drop target to light my jackpots. We got our jackpots lit. That was really cool. How that ball helped that other one back in. So there's 2 ways to collect this jackpot. You can either hit your Cliffs ramp, or you can go around to the kickback target, and it will credit you, which we just screwed that up because we got a ball added. Oh, thank goodness. So, or you can go to the kickback target to spot your double jackpot, like that, and then go directly for, oh, that's as far as you can go without making that shot. Ah, crap, I wasn't watching that one, to be honest with you. Alright, we got another jackpot on this. So the thing I really like about Kong is that the super phases are like, they're a series of shots. Like, it doesn't just hit the super and then do everything again. get a little bit of a time period where you can just
Kong multi-ball collect.
nail supers. Like that. That felt so good. But now we're back to the first phase, because eventually it does time out, and it goes back to the first phase, which makes you hit your drops back down to light your jackpot, your double.
So close.
I
One
know.
more piece.
Like to get that other drop down. That'd be really snazzy. We just lost that ball, so we're done. We don't want to lose both of them. Alright, we got a climb arrow. We got Deadeye. Tried to get Deadeye there, but per the custom, that shot remains elusive. Okay, we got the middle. Take a Lost Temple shot. I think that's our third Lost Temple.
Try this.
Oh, that was... Oh, did you see? Oh. I did nothing to influence that back in to the play. It's perfectly legitimate. Wish someone knew how to clip that, because it rolled all the way up and then went through the gate, which is just genuinely pretty sweet. Alright, now we're in Deadeye again, the unlimited plunge. We have the river now. We need to get the ball up there, though. It's harder than it looks.
7, 6, 3, 2.
Get up there, you dork. There we go. Of course, we hit it like right at the last second.
Look, Jack.
Hey, Stargrazer, my chat is not working, so I'm gonna fix it. Give me 1 second. Ah, Snapdragons! I forgot it releases the ball there. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Play pinball well? Can I please have chat work? Alright, so I have chat. What's up, Stargrazer? Sorry, I'm not ignoring anyone. If I don't respond, it's just my crappy chat on my phone.
Kong letter collected. Oh,
Yeah, and I'm gonna go back and look. Okay, I said we were gonna do something different. We're gonna do the 2x scoring limited flip count. Still get 2x scoring. It is a limited flip count. But the nice thing is you can add flips at the gong, and you can also drain your ball and not die. You just lose flips, which is okay. We don't care about it. And the biplane ramp actually increases your jackpots. So there we go. Might try to find another chat option if this one keeps giving me fits. Alright, so that's the first phase. We broke our arm thing. Now we need the spinner. I always use that middle shot to transition over to this spinner. The thing that sucks is it almost always misses it the second time you go through. So that gave us 10 flips back. We're going to use the center shot, hopefully, to transition over. We're going to hit the spinner. That should be enough. We're going to hit the... Oh, I was trying to hit the orbit. Alright, we got some more flips. We are doing A-OK on flips, and that gave us a multiplier for our jackpot. So instead of getting the 5.5, we got 11. And now we need to hit the drop, so I don't know why. I used that middle ramp to transition over because it was not the move to do there. Try to graze those drops. Missed it horribly. There we go. Now we need the right orbit. We could have hit those red shots to increase our money. And by money I mean the shot value for that jackpot collect. But by doing so, you also put your flips at risk. but it's not that big of a deal when you're sitting at a really high flip count. You can kind of get away with it. We should be able to ski pass over every time just because of the geometry. The game does it for you. Alright, not great. There we go. Now we need the right orbit. Missed it. So we can hit these red shots. We have enough flips. Let's take some shots and increase this jackpot. Try to sneak that over. We're getting a little bit low. Oh crap. Now I'm just choking. But hopefully chat's working now. I have no way of knowing. Alright, so we need to find that orbit shot again. We've lost it. There we go. Found it. Alright, so we got 19.5 because we hit those 2 red shots. So we need the concave now. That would have been a lot cooler if that would have just fell in there. So got plenty of right flips, but our left flips are looking a little suspect. There we go. We need to hit one more time there. Stargrazer, did you end up getting a... so we're going to go for red because we're going to be greedy a little bit. Get a few of them at least. We have no more... what are they called? Add-a-balls? Or flip ads. Oh, that would have been a lot cooler if you would have went where I wanted you to. Right. I don't know why I did that. Maybe just to slow it down to shoot over here. We have another chance. We really don't want to drain because... why did I do that? Man, I am all kinds of off on that. Six more times to get it right. Right. Too late still. Ah, 3 more times to get it right. Will we? Probably not. Okay, do that. Alright, we have 3 more shots at it. Nope. We are dialed into that gong, though. Last chance. That is assuming that we hit that middle ramp. Failed. So now our left flipper is disabled. There's no way we're getting that shot. So we're done with that mode. Hopefully chat's still doing chatty things. But yeah, so I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Oh, that sling should have fired. That was fun. But yes. I think that's... oh, we still got another ball. Man, that sucks that we drained that first one, because that was the ball that we were... that I was wrecking. Just Wreck-It Ralph on it. Get some climb arrows. There we go.
Kong letter collected.
We got the N. We're actually pretty close to T-Rex. We do escape the swamp. I am growing a mullet. I'm unemployed, so I'm just trying to solidify it.
Just like me.
It's like, is that guy unemployed? Is that a mullet? Yeah, he's definitely unemployed. Right. So we're trying to hit shots here. We seem to have forgot how to do that. So, nope. There we go. Okay, so we are still in Escape the Swamp, but we're not really worried about, I don't know. We just don't want to drain out of this. That's what I'm trying to say. hit that shot. That feels good.
Get the extra
Double drains. We got an extra ball. That'd be cool.
Just make sure that camera's rolling. This is
That was lucky. Oh, that was very lucky. That's awesome. I have the same mentality as the 5-year-old. Probably not something to be proud of, but barrel roll. I have a pit mode ready, but I kind of want to save it until I'm better ready for that. That's fine. We're done with that mode.
Double scoring.
Got double scoring. Be cool to throw it in there and maybe fight a T-Rex or two.
Oh, what's that spell, kids?
Gonna fight some T-Rex. Alright.
Demonic duo.
We need to hit the same color, but it never sets you up to hit the same color. Which is kind of stupid.
Sweet combo.
So apparently I have to hit that other shot. Imagine having to hit 2 shots. Tried to take a shot at it there. There we go. That should have lit the pummel. It did not. Cool, cool. Do you have to clear all the shots now? What do I have to do? What? Oh, the orbit's lit. I was like, what shot do you want me to hit? Nothing's lit. I guess 2 shots are lit, actually. That's so hard to do. And I failed. Failed so good at it. Alright, that was garbage.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
We did nothing.
4.
No, I think it's more so a me issue. A skill issue. Then, I tried to save that one. Still got another ball, so we will do some fun stuff. I've never beaten that mode. It's always fun because people are like, oh, I beat T-Rex mode 17 times. Tiltoid. So is this as good as the premium? I've heard people have other opinions, but I think the pro is perfectly fine. I'm a big pro guy, though. I do miss the spider. I miss the spider the most. I like how the modes start on the pro better.
My mom told me that spiders are more afraid of us than we are of them.
I love these voice acting callouts. They're fun. That was crap. So we need to hit the spinner on this because it's switch based. I don't know how it expects us to hit that target for the treasure when it keeps putting the drops back up. Oh, crap, I missed that one. Okay, that's fine. So we can multiply these jackpots as well, just like we can in Kong Multi-Ball. But to answer your question, I think the Pro is perfectly fine for this one. I enjoy it. It's the same exact layout, the same exact shots. Oh, crap. The one thing that really does change is the magnet. The magnet is vicious on the Pro. I am terrified of the magnet on the Pro. So we're in biplane attack. We have an island mode ready.
Lady finger.
Yeah, this game is special. This game is just a special pin. It's by far layout wise my favorite. I've said it probably more than people want to hear, but is by far my favorite Elwyn to shoot out of all of them. Just hoping that okay, there, perfect. thought I hit that. I'm trying to collect that island treasure, but it's a little bit harder than you would expect it to be. Ugh. That's cool. It's like I thought for sure it was going to take my ball away from me. There we go. Did I get it? Got the treasure. Crap. Can we not magnet? See, that's what I was talking about with that magnet. The magnet is absolutely possessed on the Pro. There's no downward pressure on the Pro like there is on the Premium LE. So like the Spider pushes down on the magnet. On the Premium and LE, we got Super Spinners. That seems like something that's cool. Time's up. I think we're in Rapids. Oh no, that was Super Spinner, sorry. Got an Island Lock. Oh, you got the Wizard Edition, Stargrazer? I put in for the Arcade Edition with Flippin' Out, and I was told that I did not make the cut for the first... that sucks. The first run for the Arcade Edition, so he said hopefully July. I guess they'll do another run. JJP is not being very forthcoming with their production. Super Spinner's pretty beefy. They're not being very forthcoming with like how they're like ordering these. Like no one knew the Arcade or the Wizard Edition was coming in the next week, and I think last week it was the Arcade, and then this week is the Wizard Edition. So I only have 25% battery left, so yeah, I tried to do something similar. I'm gonna play one more game. I think the 25% battery can hold out for that long. I have my other batteries over there, but I'm being lazy to be honest. But yeah, I have the Arcade Edition on order for that. But I'm just hoping it comes before the end of July, because I'm not going to be around after the end of July for a little bit. I'm going on a trip, so it would suck for it to come like right before the trip. I would be mad at everybody in my family for that. Making me go on this stupid vacation. Got a Harry Potter sitting at home. I love that call out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I'm kind of bouncing around some ideas in my head on what else I want to bring in here. I'm thinking I might have enough games now to bring Bond back and it not bug me as much, that it's such a... You know what? That's your fault, game, not my fault. Yeah, but I don't know. Stranger Things is one that I really don't care for that much, but my kids supposedly like it. So I might get that just to play it a little bit. I don't mind shooting the game, it's just a little bit mean. Yeah, I don't mind Stranger Things. I fear it a little bit in the tournaments when I have to play it sometimes, because the ones local are real jerks. Like this one. Isn't it funny how you can go from like 800 and something million and then just get absolutely wrecked for no reason on the next game. We'll sneak in one more game. This is going to be the final game. I appreciate everyone that tuned in. Again, thank you to getting me to 120 followers on Twitch. I think I'm like just under 200 on YouTube, and that is about 99% due to Joel and Jared giving me a shout out on their stream, which again, I will never stop thanking them for doing that, because they didn't have to. But it was certainly nice of them to do it. Ugh. But I'm glad chat's working now. Yeah. That's why I said it that way. My kids supposedly like it. Because they will, like, maybe come down here and play it once.
Proceed carefully.
But hey, if it gets them down here for a little bit, something I'm kind of like kicking around the idea of is maybe doing like a internal house tournament I need to think of a prize that they would care about, and maybe I can just do a stream where my kids are playing the games in like a little tournament,
Golden banana.
and see if they're into that. Maybe that helps bridge the gap, because they love everything YouTube and they think it's streaming's pretty neat. So maybe that would be enough to move the needle for them to get them playing. The only thing I need to figure out is a better way to run this wired network cable so I can quickly transition from pin to pin. I was thinking about running it along my ceiling and trying to find a way to do that. And then just kind of unplug it, or not unplug it, but be able to have the ability to maneuver it between machines so I don't have to disconnect the stream. Because if I can figure that out, then I can, you know, start a stream, streaming Kong, and then we can move over after a brief delay to like Jaws or Guardians or Alice Cooper. And, you know, maybe that would help with, you know, some more variety. I feel like the amount that I stream is enough. Probably too much. Maybe a hub. I don't know about that though.
Kong Redder collected.
Get up there. Yeah. Isn't it amazing how often a drain coincides with something cool? Alright, screw it, one more. Doing it until the batteries go out. Yeah, I feel like I should do it scheduled. I don't know if you know this, Stargrazer, but by nature I'm a very impulsive person. So whenever I have time, and I want to stream, I just kind of do it. Like I said, I didn't think that I would have a bunch of people watching this ever. But maybe I have a standard night for streams. Something else that I want to do is do like a deeper analysis on the games. Like try modes and just try to play them all equally, but then edit the video to show like the scoring potential of each mode based on certain things that are going on in the game. Because the way I play Kong in competition is I shoot the shots that I'm hitting well. I don't play the mode that's going to give me the most points. I typically just play the modes that I'm hitting shots on, and I'm not going to kill myself playing them. Because ultimately keeping the ball will result in more points. Obviously you have to know when to maximize things, but it's not the most important thing. Because I'm, like, in your local tournaments, you're not playing against Jason Zoller, for the most part. Oh, I probably should have ended it on that 800 million game. Yeah, this was a pretty random stream, because I was like, I was going to schedule it for 9, so at least there was some time frame, and typically people aren't doing anything at 9 p.m. either. So, they're more likely to join. Plus, that time seems to work for, overseas viewers a little bit better too.
Red banana.
But there's all kinds of analytics I can look into if I really wanted to turn this into something that was reasonable, but I don't think that this is ever going to really make anything. I'm just doing this for the enjoyment of being able to watch my games back, and hopefully some of you also enjoy the gameplay.
River is lit for jackpot.
Got the river.
Deadeye jackpot. 10,
Forgot how to do everything.
3, 2, 1. Deadeye jackpot is lit.
At least we got that last second jackpot. We could have still plunged that other one. Ah, crap, I did it. Dang it, you did it again. Yeah, every time you try to maximize something, you typically miss the points that are there. Which, like, I understand it. Like, people are watching, like if pinball nerds that are watching this are also watching like the Pinball World Championships, and they're watching Zoller and Escher and all of those people that are just, they're like so way up there in skill that they have to do that, right? They have to bring the 3 portal locks in on Infinity Quest and do Reality Gem, and then they have to go to Soul Gem and purposely lose Soul Gem so they can replay the Reality Gem and stuff like that. But like typically at your own tournaments, just allow yourself some breathing room and shoot the shots that you're hitting, but you don't have to maximize everything. It's not gonna kill you. Also, just try to enjoy it. Like when you go to a tournament, just try to keep the nerves at bay. And pinball is hugely mental. Hugely mental. And I think I heard that commentary from Dalton. He was chatting on the Pinball Worlds, and he made that comment that it really is mostly mental. Because if you get in your head, it's never a good good outcome for, oh, that sucks. A good outcome for you. So another thing that's just on my mind about competition play is you're going to get to that point where you kind of have outkicked your coverage, right? You feel like you're in a spot that maybe you don't feel like you belong in. So you start to, those nerves start to creep up on you, and they start to get a little bit, your breathing gets a little bit faster. If you're me, you start sweating for no reason, because that's your nervous response. But you have to find ways just to calm yourself. What I do is I take the deep belly breaths. Is probably one of the few things from the military that resilience training that was actually helpful to me. You know, the deep breaths where you expand your belly. It's not hard to expand this belly anymore, but it definitely helps kind of lower your pulse a little bit. Still got some nerves, but it's not nearly as bad as what it was. You just gotta say, you know, I belong here, and I can play at this level. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. It's just one of those things. The other thing that really helps confidence, which is kind of a dumb thing, but I'll say it anyway, is knowing your potential. Like, knowing your potential to chase down a score. You know, sometimes a score is like someone gets 120 million on Godzilla, and you're like, there's no way I'm getting that. I had 2 bad balls. But, like, mentally you should know, like, well, I've scored billions on Godzilla before, and I've done that on 1 ball. So why can't it be now? Why can't it be right now? Why can't I do that? And the honest answer is there's no reason that you can't do that on that ball. Yeah, Buddy can't do anything about it. Buddy is just living his life. The little spinners are slipping out of his hands. Like, it's really the worst thing to experience, because everyone knows you're nervous. Like, why is this guy sweating so much? But yeah, I have a lot of anxiety, so with those things, like, competitive pinball is probably not the best thing for me to do, but I enjoy competitive pinball so much because I'm highly competitive. It's like the worst combination of things. Like when getting put together and like, oh, let's make this dude highly competitive but super anxious. See how that works out. It'll be funny, I promise. Alright, so we got our jackpot lit. Again, we can either hit the kickback target, or we can hit that Cliffs Rant. We hit the kickback target, so now our super is lit. We need to get over there, though, now, is the problem. The easiest way is probably the Cliffs Ramp. You can still do it over here. Not there. via that, but then you miss it because you weren't paying attention because you're trying to not lose the other ball. Use the spinner, clips. Oh, I was trying to go. So that's the countdown for your super jackpot, and once it counts down, you'll get a little bit of a grace, but then you have to go back to hitting those drops down, which, you know, tale of two games, right? Because we absolutely destroyed the drop targets the last time, and we're collecting super jackpots like it was the easiest thing in the world. And this time, we are double draining out of the multi-ball. Quit dripping on the table. I would have made that shot! There's rain on the foosball playfield. That's not how this works. But yeah, I don't know. I enjoy it. You gotta find ways to calm yourself down. There's people that get in their head and you understand that they can't do anything about that. But I used to be a lot worse. Obviously playing better helps. We haven't done the 1x scoring, so we'll just do that for continuity purpose. King the Kong. Alright, there we go. I would love to. Alright, now we're on the spinner. We can at least compare this scoring, because I didn't compare the scoring on the other one. We got the orbit again. If you're really dialed in, that 3x is the way to go, because there's less chaos. Still not hitting it. Imagine hitting the shot you're trying to hit. Still failing. Did we get that? No, we did. Ah, there we go. So now we need the drops. We need to clear a set of the drops. I think we backhanded one there, but not much else. We have a diverter we could use, but when it comes time to push it, I'm usually not in the position to do that. Alright, we hit that. We're still in there. Still got 2 balls, barely. We need to hit the... We can multiply it still, or we can just die. We can just die. But hopefully that pep talk was helpful to someone out there.
Proceed carefully.
Alright. I am going to try to do this. And fail. Got pit lit, but I'm not really that interested in that right now. Hey, Amiga Cammy. I was looking at like your stats. You have tons of followers. What do you do? Do you do video games? Do you do pinball? What do you do? I was like, what? I just realized I can nudge on this too. Like to get the ball where I want, so I can avoid that weird kick out where it hits the ramp thing, like that, or the out lane. So we're trying to get it to the river now. Just a little bit. There we go. Now we want to hit some more jackpots. Time is up. Uno. Oh, that story checks out. That's Amiga Cammy. That makes sense that you would play Amiga. That's awesome. That's like a... Oh, I trusted that and it didn't kill me. So we got the rapid started. Nah, I'm not as interested in that. They've really not made it lucrative enough for me to care about. We got the jackpot lit. Tried to take it. Maybe it is. Every time. My voice is lower. Holy crap. Did someone raid me? Dirty Pool Pinball, thank you for raiding on the last game. I appreciate it. I missed that completely. I'm done.
High score.
Oh, the game sound is so low? I can try to... I can bump it up that way, but I'll do one more game since he raided. Hopefully my battery holds up.
Congratulations. You lack talent.
Okay, Joe, I appreciate you letting me know. Usually I just sit here and suffer, but hopefully my voice is a little bit higher now. This will be the sign-off game now. You know, getting raided, I don't want to just log off. I've had some decent successes. We've made, you know, to the T-Rex mode one time, which for me is the success of the stream. Beating it is not reasonable for me. But certainly had fun. What was Dirty Pool Pinball playing? I almost fell into the trap of watching Carl stream Dune, and then thinking I should get one, and then I remembered my experience with Labyrinth after I watched a Carl stream and borrowed one of those, borrowed one of those from one of my buddies. Oh, there we go. That's my move. That I am not, in fact, Carl D'Angelo, and I cannot hit shots like he can hit them. So Labyrinth just kicked my butt, and Dune does look fun. They have really inventive stuff in there, but I just have a feeling that I would just get wrecked by it. I played it at a pinball festival up in Allentown when they... Get out of there. Don't you dare tilt me. Tilt me, I leave. Ah. They did. Where's the referee? Or whatever that little dude that pops up out of the thing says. Just brutal. And then you watch Carl. He's like, oh, I think I'll beat Jareth without, you know, my eyes open this time. It's like, shut up. Like, why do I even play pinball? But hopefully my streams give you guys a more realistic expectation of how pinball really goes. For the rest of us. Oh god, I hate that guy. It's terrible. That guy is terrible. But yeah. Dune doesn't look bad when Carl's playing it. But unfortunately, I'm not falling for that trap. Someone else is getting one here locally. Oh, that came down really quick. Alright, we got Octopus Insect. So I might go over and... I'm pretty sure I'm going to get the invite when he gets it. Simply because I will be the one bringing it into his house. So, like, hey, you want to come by? Got something heavy for you to lift. I don't mind. Go? No. I don't know what we're doing here. Oh, we're in Spider. Okay, that's right. I don't care about your jackpot. You shoot the Spider Pit. I'm shooting biplane ramps. There you go. Got an octopus jackpot, y'all. Alright. Ugh. Alright, we lit some more. I think that's probably the longest I usually survive in this. That was my fault. I should have flipped. But yeah, oh gosh, really love that center post until the ball goes down really fast and then it never comes back up. My batteries are getting ready to die, so I'm gonna head out. Again, Dirty Pool Pinball, thank you, and everyone else that joined. Appreciate all the follows. If you like the content, please follow. If not, have a good rest of your Sunday. And tune in next time. I'll try to get better about actually scheduling. I'll find a day and I'll schedule to stream on those days, but I can't promise that I won't be sporadic and random either, because sometimes I just want to stream. So that's what I'll do. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Next stream we'll probably do Valhalla, Legends of Valhalla from American Pinball. I'm going to give Alice Cooper another try because that stream was there was a bunch of ball tracking issues, so that's fixed. I figured it out. Or Spooky figured it out. The balls were magnetized. And then if Guardians is still sticking around, we might stream that. But other than that, I'm just looking for something new. I'm going to upload this video to YouTube. If anyone that's watching this has any suggestions for another game that you'd like to see me get and stream, let me know. If it's something that interests me, I might spend the money and go ahead and get it. You never know. But just look for this game uploaded. I'll put something in the title so you guys can see it. Yeah, Legends of Valhalla is a pretty fun game. I got it because it was cheap. And it was new in box, so, and I'd never had an American Pinball new in box. But anyways, I'll put something in the title that says, hey, help me choose my next game to stream. And then I'll go through the comments after, I don't know, let's say a week, and see if there's anything that strikes my interest. But thank you, and everyone have a good night. I am going to sign off. Take care.